Hi guys, Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Today guys, I'm doing a paid review. This is for Robert, and this is paid review 20A51. Hello Archie, I love the content. I find the advice you give people is almost always right, and you never bullshit people. This makes for some entertainment when you pop some pompous pricks bubble and tell them what you really think. I would love you to review my humble collections. Pictures are attached. The two Panerais are really cool summer watches, and I like having the slight differences between them. The stitching and the second hand on one, in contrast to the plain dial and plain strap on the other, help both watches stand out from each other. I really like the classic design for Panerai, and the two models I have in my collection I feel represent the best that Panerai has to offer. With the Breitling, again, they are both nice casual watches. The one on the steel strap is a real stunner, but ridiculously top heavy. The one on the leather gets a lot more time on the wrist and is a good all-round watch that I don't mind giving a bit of abuse to. The Cartier is just an all-round nice watch, and one that looks good while wearing a shirt. I'm not a big Cartier fan, and I think this is the only version of this watch that I think is worth having. Rolex, Rolex, Rolex. Following the advice of the Pontiff, no watch collection would be complete without a Rolex steel sports watch. In this collection we have three. I can't say anything here more than everyone knows. All three are stunning and versatile. The Yachtmaster is a real stunner, and that dial just pops in the sun. The Milgauss Z Blue is my favorite of the three. The dial, the green glass, the quality of the new clasp, it's all stunning. You should get one, Arch. Finally, we have the Sub. Again, this is just a straight up classic. It's the sort of watch that you don't put on the wrist for a few months, and when you do, you can't take it off for another. So there we go. Does this collection get the Pontiff's blessing? I look forward to this review. Regards, Robert. So he's sent me a bit of a spiel there. So it's a lot to live up to. Let's hope we don't have to bust Robert's. We'd hope we don't have to, we don't have to bust his bubble there, but. What do we say there? I've got to tell you the truth there. So let's have a bit of a sticky beak at these pieces here. Firstly, let's do it like he's done. We've got two PAMs, and I quite agree. We've got the base logo PAM, and it looks like we've got these are two very nice Luminors. Beautifully, I admit, yes, I like them. I think with PAM, I don't want a chronograph. I don't want a GMT. I just want a simple PAM. That's the quintessential PAM. I love you've got one with sub-seconds at 9, and the other one is just a two-hander. Beautiful. Very elegant. That's the base logo PAMs. Base logo PAM, and you've got the, yeah. So I tend to agree with you. I think with PAM, so many people get the wrong idea. They get it in precious metal, which actually the gold PAMs, I do like yellow gold. But I think simple. The whole beauty with PAM is just understated, just coolness. So I would say to you, I think you got enough. I wouldn't add any more. I think 2 is enough. So definitely that's kind of it. Now we go to the Breitling, and I've actually owned one of these here. I can see you got a Super Ocean. This is the 44mm. It's got the rubber. The bezel has rubber. This is the modern Super Ocean. Yep. I think it's a great bang per buck discount diver. I hope to God you didn't buy that new. I hope you didn't buy it new. They fall like a stone, but they've got good fundamentals. They've got an ETA movement in them. They're a nice, honest watch. I think the black dial is best, and then you've got the other You've got a, is that a steelfish? That's a Super Ocean on the leather. That's a slightly older Super Ocean, I think there. I get it. It's a great watch to have. Not expensive. I hope you, as again, I say it again and again, you don't want to buy that shit brand new. You want to get that on the used. They're not super wanted models. They're not hated. They're not hated by any stretch of the imagination. I got to be honest with you, I probably would have gone Breitling Super Ocean Heritage. I think the Heritage is the nice, particularly with the aluminum bezel. I think that is just a classy way to go. But hey, they're two good discount divers. There's nothing really wrong with having some discount divers there. And then of course we've got the Cartier. Okay, I think that's a Cartier Santos XL, Santos 100. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. No, not a big fan. But you know, I had the last Cartier men's I owned, because I still own an 18-carat Benoit ladies watch, which I lend to ladies who are visiting. The Cartier Santos 100, yeah, it's modern, it's hip, yeah, you know, it is okay. I had a Roadster. The thing with Cartier is they've become a bit of a fashion brand, and expensive fashion brand. So they had the Roadster, so before they kill it, they then bring out the Roadster C, which is a cheaper, nastier version of it. So I had the standard Roadster, which the Roadster, you could change the bracelet out easily for leather strap or rubber. You know, it was a special. The problem is it's a proprietary system, and the Cartier ones are, you know, quite expensive. But I got to tell you that you buy a Cartier, it's not really for the machine or the movement. You buy it for the exquisite design excellence. And as much as I fucking hate Cartier, they give me the shits. I do have to say that they do have a fair bit of pizzazz. They seem to have some pizzazz that no other brand kind of has. So I think there is something there. Don't get any more. One Cartier is more than enough. And I mean, I'd kind of prefer a Reverso instead of the Cartier. That's kind of my argument with that. But it's okay. Then thank God there is a Jesus. There is a Jesus. Thank God we've then got 3 Rolex, because I mean, if we didn't have the Rolex, my tone of voice would be completely angry. I'd be saying, what the fuck, you need a Rolex. So you've got 3. So I've got to be totally honest with you. I wouldn't be buying any more other. Well, the only other brand I think I would experiment, maybe an Omega Speedmaster Man on the fucking moon. We could add that in. We could sneak that in. But I wouldn't be buying any more Cartiers, wouldn't buy any more Breitlings, wouldn't buy any more anything else like that. So the Rolexes you've got, well, you've got a nice little collection there. You've got a Submariner date. It seems to be the non-ceramic. So it's the last, because it's got solid end links I can see. I don't think that is. You didn't really give me the models here, so I'm just looking at the photo. Submariner date, double one. Sorry, it's not a double one. It's a 16610. Yes, that is a nice piece. That is nice. That is nice. You got the Yachty, the Yachtmeister. I kind of like it. I like the Yachtmaster. Yep. I don't like the Yachtmaster 2. I think that's a bit of a wanky kind of complication. But Yachtmaster 1 there, yes, with the platinum bezel. And then finally we got a Milgauss Sea Blue. Admittedly, this photo is fucking terrible. If you're taking photos, turn the fucking flash off. Turn the fucking flash off, because this just highlights all the scratches. it's you want to take photo outside when the sun's going down, like about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's how you get good photos, because you're using a flash. It's not the way to do it. I'm sorry. That's not how you do this shit. But I've got to say, I think you got some nice stuff there. I quite like it as a collection. I'd get maybe an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. I wouldn't be buying no more Breitling, no more Pam, and definitely no more Cartier. Yeah, I've had a love and hate relationship with Cartier. They are cool. They are very cool. But they can be a real, they're just the type of watch that dates. Like Cartier will bring it out, then they drop it, and that fashion aspect really pisses me off. But look, I think you got a really nice collection. It's a good collection. 3 Rolex, fuck. Can't go wrong with that. I love the Pams. So I say this, the Rolexes are fantastic. I even like the Pams. You've got the nice models there. The Breitlings, it brings it down a bit. They aren't the greatest. The Breitlings, I love Breitling, but I think maybe the older Breitling on the leather strap, if you fuck that off and got a Super Ocean Heritage, that'd be cooler. Because I could still live with the modern 44mm Super Ocean, because it's modern and funky. Whereas the older one, it's kind of looking a bit tacky. I'd get a Super Ocean Heritage, replace that. The Cartier, I think unfortunately with your collection, you're starting to hit a bit low. I mean, you enjoy the Cartier, that's great, but I'd be looking to flip it down the track. That's honestly what I would be doing there. It's okay at the moment. It's okay. It's cool and happening. Yeah. But down the road, I'd be looking at fucking it off. That's. You don't have to do it now. We're in the middle of a fucking pandemic, but it's good. Your Rolex really brings it up, because if you didn't have the Rolex, I'd be saying, what the fuck are you doing? How much have you wasted? But because you've got the Rolex, it brings up everything. So as a whole, I quite like the collection. Get an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon, and I would, that's out of 10, I'd give this a 6.98, 6.98. That's what I would give it there. Yeah. So it's nice. I'm glad you got the 3 roll eyes. 3 roll eyes. Hey, that's what you should do. So, guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Guys, man cannot live on Google Ads alone. I depend on these paid reviews to keep me on the YouTubes. Without this, I'm in trouble. I really am in trouble. So these paid reviews help me a lot, and I do appreciate paid reviews. If you haven't done one, now could be good. My revenue, I've got to be honest, with this pandemic shit happening, my ratings are up about 5%. Okay, so a bit up. Revenue for AdSense, ads on the YouTube channel, down 30%, because it's harder. It's hard. People aren't advertising. The budgets have dried up when the economy is in lockdown. So I am suffering because of COVID. Yes, I am suffering because of COVID-19. And not to mention depression and just a bit lethargic and can't sort of do things. But that's kind of how it works out. So guys, let me know what you think. What did you think of the collection? Put some nasty comments below, and until next time, ciao guys. Thank you for watching.
Some people love fruit. Others choose to learn Greek. Some study archaeology. Others are interested in Japanese culture. For some people, everything must work just like a Swiss watch. Others appreciate the creative disarray. There are the frontline type of people, and the other type that would prefer to remain in the shadows. Most of us, however, like to study the wonders of everyday life. We cultivate traditional values in the world of modern technologies. One day, we choose exclusive restaurants. The other day, we go for street food. But there are also those people who don't have that choice at all. Some people have everything they need, and some will never have enough. Generally, a large part of our society has tons of luck when it comes to life, but we also mustn't forget to support the part that hasn't. No matter who you are, what you do, and how much you possess, if you are able to take care of the others, you have your own personal tint. Tint. Watch changes. Together.
Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.